Yo, good morning people, what's going on? Time to hit away. So there we have it, 80.6 this morning. That's my new lowest weigh-in in a while. The last one last week was 80.8. Before that was like 81.1, and then just going up like 0.2, 0.3 each week basically. So I'm dropping a tiny bit of weight each week. I also believe my scale is about 300 grams light, so in actual fact I'm 300 grams heavier than that. This is how I'm looking if I'm just flat in natural light, so not really tensing or anything. Look a little bit better if I'm tensing, but such is life. But I'm going to talk more about intermittent fasting and weight management later in the video, so stay tuned. Currently watching some Gordon Ryan, interesting interview. Oh, always look a bit tired in the mornings. So guys, anyway, I hate when people kind of say they're going to do something then don't end up doing it. So I'm going to say this to try and hold myself more accountable. I've always enjoyed doing YouTube. It's always been a hobby for me, but I'm going to try and vlog a bit more regularly. I've only been doing it like once every 2 weeks recently. I used to do it like once a week, and then at the beginning I did it quite regularly. So I'm going to try and get back into it and do it more regularly because I do really enjoy it. It's cool connecting with you guys. And you know, whenever I get a message from any of you on Instagram or here or wherever saying you enjoy the vlogs, that is really motivating for me. I do appreciate it. And yeah, I'm going to try and mix up the content a little bit, so I hope people enjoy it. So obviously it will still be my training, but then I'll try and show a bit too. And I'll try and talk on different topics that I think are interesting. My camera has been taking a bit of a beating though, so hopefully it survives. Okay guys, so just pulled up to St Ives, about to do a walk to training as usual. It's only a short walk. I was just thinking it's kind of a funny life I lead really compared to most people my age. You know, it's 10 o'clock in the morning, about to go hit my first training session, but whenever I walk through St Ives it's just full of like old retired people. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but yeah, I guess I'm just joining the old scene. Okay guys, so here now, I was going to film on my way a little bit, but I figured I probably shouldn't just be hunting down old people to film for you guys. Just take my word for it, it's true. So today I'm going to show some boxing basics. Obviously I can't go everything in one video, it just take too long practicality wise, so I'm just going to show a few specific things. These techniques have obviously come from past coaches, current coaches, videos and my experiences as a whole. In terms of the basics, that's what I'm going to preferably show. I think that's what will benefit the most people. Even if you've seen it before, lots of you probably will have. It's always interesting to hear another person's take on it. Like, I watch basic videos all the time. Also, anything that I show now or in the future, if I do update it, if I do change my mind on it, I also try and keep you guys up to date with that too. Okay people, so the first thing we're going to do today is slip. So like I said, we're going to do some boxing. So first thing, chin down, hands up, nice relaxed shoulders. And all I'm going to do is normally, just imagine I'm facing an orthodox person, so that means they're the same stance as me, they're going to be leading with their left leg. So if they jab, I'm going to slip to my right, and if they throw a cross, I'm going to slip to my left. So normally we slip to the outside of the punches. That's normally the safest way. So slipping to the outside here, all I'm going to do is I'm going to sit to this hip, keep my weight in the center, so the center of gravity in the middle, and then I'm just going to replace where my chin is with my shoulder pretty much here. Boom. If I want to go the other way, so slip into the outside right hand. Boom. So if I went this way normally, I'm going to come back with a right hand, as that's what I'm loaded for. Sit this way, normally a left hook. Unless, say I jab, and then I come in, and on their counter, they counter with a right hand, that's where I'm going to sit. So I'm not going to lean, I'm just going to sit my weight over, and then I'm in for like a body shot, or I can come back to the head after that too. If I want to slip to the inside, which I think classically is a bit more dangerous, say I'm coming in and I slip a jab against an orthodox fighter here, so I come inside, that's where I'm probably going to look for an uppercut and then combo off that and then get out. So if I want to get out after maybe a slip, I'm going to roll. I can either roll, just pretty much changing my level, so I'm not bending my back, using my legs. I change my level and then I can just roll, shift my weight underneath. So that's one way, so I can do it on the other side too, roll here. Or my kind of normal preferred one, as I want to kind of stay on rhythm and use my feet, is I'm going to step with the way I want to go with that leg. So I change level, step, foot follows. Change level, step, foot follows. So it could be slip, slip, roll, roll, slip, slip, roll, roll. So the next part that I'm going to show today as well is again going to kind of be to do with rolling, but this time I'm just going to do like a shoulder roll. So normally for this one you might have the front arm a bit lower. Again, it might be a bit harder against like an opposite stance fighter, so imagine we're going against an orthodox guy.
Main thing is tuck my chin in here, so this is my armour in nice and close. I keep this hand up. I'd normally have it a bit higher here, but you can always adjust as the punch comes in. And then you can kind of veer a little bit towards the back because you don't want to be too exposed unless you're going to pull them in. And then all you're going to do is, like, say a right hand comes against an orthodox fighter, they throw in a right hand, just going to roll it, and then you can come back, kind of like Floyd Mayweather style. And then with that, so you could have your arm down here, you could have it up high, depending. You can always be relaxed and then bring it up high, or you can kind of go into this like Philly type of shell, which again Mayweather kind of made famous, where you kind of wrap your arm across, so then you can just roll with the body shots too. Say a stray shot gets through, you can always turn with the punch. So you don't really want to be looking off your opponent, because that's where you're going to get knocked out, that's where your chin's going to get exposed. But if I stay tight, even if I get hit, say I get hit like in the temple or the back of the ear, which could be knock you off your like balance equilibrium a little bit, as long as I see the shot and I roll with it and I can come back with something and I can ride the power a bit better. So again, nice and tucked here, you can just roll, come back, or you can Philly shell your body too. And then off that, you can put in all your other counters as well. So slip, flip, shoulder roll, step back, step in, level change, under, roll, bam, bam. And that way you're always kind of engaging your feet and your rhythm.
Okay guys, back home now. Training was good. Gonna get some food in the system, pretty hungry. Time is almost bang on 1 o'clock actually. But I don't know if any of you guys have seen the clip. I think it's from the Darren Till Tyron Woodley fight where Snoop Dogg's commentating. And it's just like stuck in my head. I'm walking around the house just going, whoop him, cuz! First up, we're going carby. Just got 2 pieces of wholemeal toast. These are actually the end bits, peasant vibes, but it's got some Lurpak and some marmalade on there. This marmalade is absolutely banging, by the way. This is the brand Cambridge, where I'm from. It's meant to be rivals with Oxford, but we'll let this one slide because their marmalade is on point. And then just going to have a few of these pretzels. There's literally, I don't know if you guys can see, there's only a couple, so I don't think I'm smashing a whole bag or anything. Next up, we've got some more carbs, a Jazz apple, I believe, and then a handful of raspberries. For some protein, just got 2 fried eggs. Gonna chuck some ketchup on that. There's also salt and pepper on there. These have been flipped. I normally flip my eggs, so hopefully, we'll see. A little bit. Yeah, we got some yolk action going on, so should be all good. Last up, just for some micros, got some cucumber, spinach, and a few tomatoes. Look, the green even matches my socks, kinda. Okay guys, so main topic of this video that I wanted to speak about today was weight management and how this has been impacted by me using intermittent fasting. I actually had a couple questions on this, pretty much. How much do you weigh, by one of the subs? He's got a rude name though, so we can't put that one. But yeah, how much do you weigh? Obviously I already answered this morning, but I'm gonna go into some extra depth. And then we've also had, do you eat after training? So no, I don't eat after training. How long have you been doing that? I'd say I've been doing intermittent fasting since pretty much since I started my job, which was like July 2017. While I was doing that, and I just kept going. And then he's talking here about the benefits for body composition versus is it bad for recovery. As seen earlier, my weight was around, let's just say 81 kg this morning. I'm 25 now, and when I was 17, when I first started, I think I was only about 83 kilos, or kind of between like 81 to 83. So a lot of people always say, oh, as you get older you put on weight and stuff, but I think that is true in some cases, and then lifestyle, and obviously people work, so it's harder to work out and everything else. But at least in my case, yes, it has been slightly harder, I guess, and I have put on a little bit of weight. Obviously I'm still quite young, but actually compared to how I was when I was 17, just through more discipline and eating healthy and staying on it with everything, I'm actually lighter than when I was 17. Put it in context, you guys might have seen when I was kind of ballooning up after a few fights in 2017, I got up to like 90 kg, that was pretty crazy. And then before as well, I'd say when I was at uni, so between like 18 to 21, I was probably about 85 to 87 kg. Compared to now, I used to eat a lot more, and I still feel good really, like energy-wise and stuff. And especially compared to the IMAF tournaments, it's a lot easier now, because for then I really couldn't eat that much and I felt flat quite a lot. Bearing all that in mind, I've actually found that pretty much if you go up too fast in weight, you're pretty much just adding non-functional mass like fat, and then if you go down too quick, I think you're pretty much just burning muscle, and then you'll feel flat as well.
So any type of extreme stuff is kind of to be avoided. I'm doing it sustainably and pretty slow. After my last fight, it took a while for me, but the highest I got was only 84 kilos, maybe 85 after a big weekend of food. But that is kind of normally how it goes. So through Monday is normally when I'll start off the heaviest because of the weekend. Thursday to Saturday is normally when I'd have my lowest weigh-in. I weigh myself every day. I only go for a walk on Sunday, so that would lead to like excess calories, and then Monday will be heaviest. At the beginning of each week, you should be slightly lighter than the week before. So intermittent fasting has helped me with this by basically just calorie restricting. So it gives you a window where you can eat your calories. If there's only a few hours between meals, you're not going to be super hungry, you're not stretching it out, and then you're going to avoid overeating. So I normally eat around 8:30 to 5:30 unless it's the weekend. I still try and keep it like 6:30 at the weekends for dinner, but then maybe I'll have like a snack later in the evening. I normally find it easier in the week to avoid feeling hungry because I'm always out training in the week. In terms of recovery, I never really feel a negative of not eating after training in the evening. I have my normal biggest meal at lunch in between training sessions, so I feel good then. In the evening when I get home, I normally go to sleep pretty quickly after, say, I finish, and I don't get home till like 9:30 or 10 or 11. I go to bed not long after, and I feel like my recovery is a lot more affected in terms of how much sleep I get. So as long as I'm getting like 8 hours sleep, I feel good. Anything less than that has more of an effect than not eating after training. But a lot of the time I'll do like a 30-minute to an hour nap kind of after lunch, which I think helps. So yeah, I find sleep is the main recovery tool. What I would be interested to know that I'm not sure about is whether intermittent fasting gives you a benefit in terms of metabolism. I should probably do some research on it. I know some people say it does, but to be honest, I just haven't read enough on it. I haven't really noticed anything particularly, I don't think. So I guess the jury's kind of out on that. But it is a good tool, like I was saying, for calorie control, giving you kind of a deadline, making you be more accountable so you kind of don't break a rule if you're a bit OCD like me, and keeping those 3 meals in a relatively brief window from 8:30 to 5:30 normally increases my satiety with each meal. I feel full and satisfied.
Anyway guys, I hope you found that interesting, and I'll see you in the next clip. So it's 4 o'clock guys, just going to get a quick snack in before dinner, having half an avocado, an orange, and then one of these salted caramel nut bars. So now it's dinner time. We had a bit of a power cut, so had to go with plan B. I was going to have a jacket potato, exciting I know, but the oven wasn't working because of the power cut, so improvise and adapt. In the meantime, just having some strawberries to keep me going. So here's the main people. We've got a wholemeal wrap with some pan fried chicken, sweet corn, mayonnaise, sweet chili sauce, put some cheddar cheese on that. And then you already know for dessert, we got the 2 Halo Top. Whilst I might eat ice cream regularly on a diet, doesn't necessarily mean loads, and bear in mind this is low calorie as well. So that's going to be it for today guys. I'm going for my second session in a bit to No-Gi Jiu-Jitsu later on this evening at Leo's gym. Leo's always super cool about letting me film there, and he's always happy to do it, shows technique, lets me film some of the rolling and stuff, but I don't want to take my camera in too often and disturb the class, so I'm going to leave it there for today. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.